This is session on cyber law cases. In the previous session, we have covered cyber laws in India. It covers IT Act 2000 and IT Act Amendments 2008. In this particular session, we'll be covering some real-life cases. Case 1 in this presentation is a Nigerian scam. Now, before going to the details of the case, firstly, taking a quick look at Nigerian scam. What Nigerian scam is? It's a phishing attack in which we receive an email with lot of details. An email with opportunity to have share millions of dollars. We're encouraged to share bank details and other identifiable information in order to recover these millions of dollars. You also receive details of taxes, legal fees, bribe to be paid for clearing taxes, and processes for receiving the money in your own account. You're given assurance that everything will be reimbursed on clearing the money. You're convinced to pay some amount to cover government taxes, fees, and bribe. What you get? Only thing you get is loss of money and debit credit card details. If you just share details but do not pay, still your account can be flushed. If you receive any such email, do not respond. Nigerian scam is infamous in whole world. There are no millions to be won. It does not limit to the to the emails with respect to millions to be won as lottery, but also cover the job scams, the property scams in which you are told that you have won, you are part of, you are a legitimate owner of the part of property which is in Nigeria, and you'll be getting your share via online payments, for which you have to clear some formalities. Talking about the case discussion. This case is about 4 Nigerian people who were fraudulently doing their activities at an apartment in Navi Mumbai. The case goes like this. Karamboli police station received secret information that in a building there were 4 people involved in fraudulent activities. Police did. Police raided the residential apartment in presence of 2 panchas, which are witnesses, which are necessary to acquire the evidences and record the panchanama. Next, what happened? Found 4 individuals in the apartment when they raided, working on laptops in suspicious manner. When asked about SIM cards and documents in the flat, the individuals could not answer. That confirmed the information received, and it was having some weight. Police arrested 4 individuals who were original residents of Nigeria, also acquired computers, mobiles, SIM cards, and many documents. The prosecution revealed There were many documents in the apartment like job offers, certificates of lottery win. These all documents were having signatures on them, which were fraudulent signatures. There were bank account documents. The accounts were in various banks on different individuals' names. The SIM cards seized from the apartment were on name of many people who were not aware of these SIM cards, which was revealed in the later prosecution process. The laptop seized was investigated forensically. Many traces of email communication about lottery, overseas job offers, payment details, online transaction receipts were recovered. The evidences revealed. The evidences, which were in hard copy format, the documents in paper form, were all about job offers, certificates, and those were proved to be forged when contacted to the authority. Bank account, the witnesses from bank were interrogated and they revealed that the accounts were created using some documents. Police tried to investigate those documents. The addresses were tracked and the addresses were found fake and the accounts were created using fake documents. In case of SIM cards, the SIM cards were on name of many people. The SIM card owners were not aware of the SIM card issued on their name. They were issued using identity proofs acquired from people fraudulently. Some SIM cards were without any identity proof submitted. The shopkeeper was traced and was produced as witness. About laptop seized, it was investigated digitally using forensic science. The forensic revealed that many traces of email communications about lottery to huge number of recipients were present on the hard disk, which was originated from the laptops. It also contained overseas job offers, payment details, online transaction receipts, and many more. The judgment. When the whole case was discussed in the court of law, the judgment was covering all the issues jotted down by the court of law. It went in a manner that initially the case was filed by police department. There was a lawyer on both sides, on the side of four accused and the police department. Court of law produced some issues based on whatever documents were presented in the court of law. Those queries were answered by both the parties. Based on answers received from both the parties, the judgment was formed. The four accused were found guilty and were sentenced with imprisonment and fine by Indian law. The case was not only about cyber law, but many Indian penal code acts also were applied for the fraudulent activities done by accused, like forged documents, SIM cards, bank accounts. The cyber law applied in this case was IT Act 66D with imprisonment of 2 years and fine of 10,000 rupees. Along with that, there were additional imprisonments which were result of Indian Penal Code. applied for the case. This was the case of Nigerian scam. The next case is talking about publishing obscene material using computer. In this case, the details are not intentionally given as those may hamper the reputation of people. In this case, the operation was the modus operandi was like a case happened of fraudulent activity by a money lending firm owned by a person. He used to lend money to people and used to acquire money using force and other means. There was a whole racket in this case, which was revealed and was published in a newspaper article. That created rivalry in the person who was involved in money lending and reporter. The reporter got threatening messages from the person and also faced the person in person. The reporter was threatened that he will be defamed for his life if he does not stop his activities. The reporter found posters of himself posted in the vicinity or pasted in the vicinity, defaming him. He reported to the police. The posters were taken down. Later, after a few years, the reporter received a call from a site, Desi Hunt. He received the call, and the call was asking for his wife's name. It was about sexual favor. Reporter was shocked and could not respond properly to the call. He did not tell this to anybody because of social defamation. He started receiving such calls much often later. He tried to dig into the matter and he reached to a site where he found his mobile number under his wife's name available for wife swapping or having sexual favors. He reported this to the police station. In police station, they asked about whom he was doubting on. He could not answer properly, but he has told everything which has happened in past. Police started interrogating or investigating the matter. They reached to the person who had defamed this reporter earlier few years. They found by using the authorities cyber police has for identifying the IP addresses of the machines which are used to create accounts online, the email IDs which are used to create accounts online on some websites like Desi Hunt. From the information they got, they found that the account was created by the person involved in money lending fraudulent activities. He was interrogated and found that his desktop had traces of accessing the account which was created on Desi Hunt. He also had created an email ID which was used to create the account and then unused later on. In this case, the cyber law applied was 66C, which covers whoever fraudulently or dishonestly make use of electronic signature, password, or any other unique identification feature of any person is punishable under this section. In short, it talks about identity theft. The person had created account on somebody else's name, and on top of that, it was created for a purpose which was for reason of sexually explicit acts. In the section 67 of IT Act, it provides the commission of a person who publishes or transmits or processes to the public pornographic or obscene materials in electronic form. For example, sending or offensive email, posting defamatory, annoying messages, etc. Section 67A provides punishment for a person who publishes or transmits any material which contains sexually explicit act or conduct. These IT acts were applicable in this case, and the accused was punished based on these cyber laws. References for this session are the two copies of judgments published online by cyber lawyer advocate Prashant Mali. Various websites of police departments, including Odisha Police, Hyderabad Police, Mumbai Police, and the IT Act Gazette itself. In summarization, we can say that cyber law covers many of the activities or many of the frauds or crimes which are done using computer as some tool or a weapon or target. But the cyber law has to be accompanied with Indian Penal Code even, so that the cases are built, because many of the crimes are well covered in Indian Penal Code, and combination of IPC and cyber law form the complete case. Thank you.